Welcome back, viewers. Mr. Viri, can we say that this move is especially meant for pacifying and making a certain demographic group happy?
Yeah, I mean, at the political level, that is true. But then there is a need to do something.
There is a real need, actually.
Real need to do something. So if it also has some political benefit, so be it.
Yeah.
You know, I think there are
I mean, it's been 25
It
years.
was messed
every
up.
25
I mean, the whole system was getting messed up because of 11 million people who were either victimized or and they did not know where they stand.
Whether they can have the right to vote?
No. Until they become citizens, they can't
Okay, they
vote.
cannot vote. Okay.
But
right.
one quick issue, not only was the 11 million people living in shadows, but the legal immigration system is also completely broken.
Okay.
Because, you know, since 1990, under HW, was the last time they messed with the immigration system, and that is nearly 24 years. And the country, the economy, the technology, all those things have changed so dramatically, and the immigration system is still sitting there stuck in 1990. And that's been an enormous problem for us as a practitioner. I see that every day. People come with issues and I can't solve it because we don't have the laws to support it. The executive order fixed some of that, but it's going to require legislation to settle everything else.
Do you have effective data system for these illegal immigrants?
No. Same thing happened in 1986, that they will keep saying, 5 to 7 million, 5 to 7 million. And, they got budget for that much, And then there was a 4 months period that you had to go and apply and all that. First 3 months or 2 or 3 months, there was only 1.3 million applied. And that's when they kind of panicked, saying, only 1.3, and here they were saying 5 to 7, they have spent that money. So a lot of what they did was, like even, when I had all these Mexican restaurants, and, so I used to deal with all this on a daily basis, that, hey, just bring these guys and let's get them to file.
And we'll just give it to them.
Give it to them.
Right.
Work permit. Just give it to them right there. Work permit. So we did. Hundreds and hundreds of our employees, and a lot of our, I used to tell people, I said, go, this is the time, because the next time is going to be 25, 30 years, maybe not in our time.
Yeah.
So go and at least apply. So that's the way they increase that number, just to make it look good.
Out of these 5 million people, what is the number of South Asian, Mexican? Do you have any idea?
Well, I think it's going to split proportionate to the population. So the...
you think they have considered this factor also?
Yeah, they have. I saw the numbers. They think that the South Asians are probably going to be about 250,000. So that's about the number that they think there would be.
250,000.
5%.
About
5% South Asian. And other?
Of course, the majority of the folks are going to be Hispanics, mostly from Mexico. But then there are other groups. The Middle Eastern group, there are several folks there. Mostly those are who have come here legally and then stayed on. Right?
A lot of Chinese.
There could be a lot of Chinese.
Oh, yeah.
A huge Chinese population that will benefit from this as well. So,
But as far as I'm concerned, with the South Asians, I tell everybody that now I don't think in our life this chance is going to come again.
No.
So better take the advantage of it. The tragedy, and and I say it openly and get criticized for it, that when we come here, whether we are chef jumper, whatever, or we come here and stay here, first goal is to make money. And I tell people, no, the first goal must be status. Once you fix your status, then you can make money all your life. Because these window of opportunities doesn't come all the time.
Right.
So let's get the benefit out of it, because you can make a lot of money and all that stuff, but if your status is not fixed, my God, you sleep in fear every night. So
no, but things have changed in a very particular way. 60s, 70s, it was difficult to track a person once he comes into the country. But technology has changed all that.
Yes.
Now you can track every citizen.
You know the way they used to do it? In early 70s, if any time they deport somebody from here, they used to just cut their hairs, bald-headed, and send it to Mexico, because everybody used to say, I live close to the border, so they can come back. And then the officer used to take them. And when they did all the survey just to find out that, how long it takes, come to find out, those people come before the officer comes back. That is the honest truth. So
Officer has a day over for
Yeah.
to relax, and
Yeah.
they are back here anyway.
and then then Supreme Court outlawed that thing. Am I right? I mean, they used to just ball it, and that was the law. But they outlawed the whole thing. But now you're right. There is so much technology. Yes.
It's very easy to track a person now.
Yeah.
I mean, it was not there before.
Yeah.
But also this is positive, and the beauty of this society is that they welcome
Absolutely.
immigrants, and no country else, no other country is doing that.
Yes.
So this is it's another feather of this in the cap of this country.
Yeah, I think the Statue of Liberty it really stands for something. That we should welcome not just the millionaires and the skilled people. There are others who want to come here. We need to give them room. Obviously, there's a limit, but I think we ought to do
But
that.
this is a
and
great.
we
This
have-
is a credit.
But also remember that this country needs. It's also need-based. Okay, okay. Not only need-based, but also it helps the economy. Like for example, new immigrants come in, they need a new house, they need furniture, they need all these things. So it also turns the economy around. So it is need-based. It is for the interest of the country. And right now, I think George will agree with me. There is a sharp shortage of technical stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it is taking so much time for them, the work permit and other things to be issued, that Google and Microsoft have started establishing offices in Canada and London, because it's so difficult and it takes so much time.
And also, I think, once these 5 million folks have come out of the shadows and they start working with the social security number and all that, you're going to see a huge boost to the economy.
Absolutely.
Huge boost. Actually, in '86, when Reagan did that, there was a sudden, huge burst of economic activity
Absolutely.
here in the United States, because, as you said, they're going to buy cars, they're going to buy houses, they're going to just go crazy with whatever they have.
Yeah.
You know what's the reason? They have been here, but they are not sure.
Yeah.
So once they become sure they're going to live here, they will say, "Oh, let me buy a car, let me buy furniture, let me do this."
So
pay
the
taxes.
the beauty of the system is the law, and the system itself is providing the openings for the people to become legal and to become authorized. To work. So it's a beauty.
It is
so
a beauty.
There are different ways. It provides ways for that.
I mean, the legal way.
Yeah, very legal way.
That's why I tell people, this is a legal way, get benefit out of it, man. Just don't sit on a sideline.
And also the bill is quite brutal with anyone with serious criminal issues. So they are not going to reward the criminal folk, but those who are not criminal, those who have lived a fairly good life, clean life, they are going to benefit from this.
They are going to come out with a explanation as to what level of felony.
Right.
They're still working on it.
Yeah, they're still working on it.
Right.
Because felonies have levels, misdemeanors have levels.
So that's what
they're going to
happened.
come out and say, up to this level, we'll accept it.
Yes.
But of course, they are not going to accept a murderer or a rapist or something like
So
that.
that when after 9/11 they started registrations, and that's when I became the president of the Pakistan Association. And at that time, first they were doing the registration for Persians, all the Iranians, and it's still, a lot of stuff was not really coming out, a lot of detail what you're saying. And they started in LA in one weekend. There was 1,100 Iranians were literally handcuffed. And these are all these old guys, millionaires. I mean, they were handcuffed for the whole weekend. Even the
was the
plastic handcuff, they ran out of those.
Hardest time, the most liberal of the presidents.
Yes, that's right. And that's what happened.
Yeah.
So, in fact, the director there, he was so frustrated because he really didn't have the detail. So what I did, soon I became president, and then after like 1 month, there was going to be a registration for Pakistanis. And I went and met with the director and sat down and I said, tell me, what is a moving violation and what is a, wrong, because a lot of times if the people were, let's say, from one job to another job in a direct, and well, that's a violation, part of it, So I used to just kind of joke with them. I said, tell me what is, so our people won't get benefit. So the best part happened in Houston. I mean, the way I look at it, that we also had attorneys, our own attorneys, as a volunteer, sitting there outside the building, immigration building, before they go on registration, they was to make sure everything is clean.
Let me quickly say something about Ghulam. This man has been in the forefront of assisting the communities, and with the kind of success he's had, he's leveraged that. And in every time there's been law or any crisis in the community, at least on the immigration side, because I'm an immigration lawyer, so I know he's been a tremendous force for that. So
it's been a blessing.
See, in fact, since we are talking about him, there are cultural differences, issues between Caucasians and Asians, okay? So tell them about that eye contact thing.
Well, we did a lot of, when I was the president, a lot of problems were happening when the PIA was coming here. And so I used to go out and do a lot of outreach program. Because initially I just made friends with the directors of, whether immigration or whether it's FBI, everybody, and kind of worked with them. A lot of time I was being criticized, saying, oh, you're the agent, blah, blah, blah. But look at the benefit. Working with them, it's different. Taking an order and working together.
Right.
Saying, our goal is same. Save the country, here.
Yes.
So I done hundreds and hundreds, all these town hall
What do you
meetings.
think? What do you think after suffering defeat in midterm elections? Do you think it will provide a relief to Democrats and have a good effect on next presidential election?
No, it's
See,
nothing.
I don't
This is
understand
nothing.
this defeat.
Go.
Honestly, I don't.
Yeah, no.
Why?
The stock market was 6,000 when Obama took over. It
18.
is 16,000
Yeah,
now.
18,
The interest
almost.
rate was 7.5%. It's 4%. Unemployment was 9%. It's 5.5%. All the indicators of a good governance are in favor of Obama.
But-
I don't understand what people have thought and done, how they voted.
But if
we
you
talked about the racial anxiety.
Yeah. No, but if you if you go back and any president, the second term, last 2 years are lame duck, thing. If you really look at it, they all, any party, they lost election in the midterm. So this is nothing. Whether it's Reagan, whether it's Clinton, whether they all. If you really look at
This is
it,
particularly hard.
Obamacare has at least done one thing.
Yeah.
It has registered the people who are not uninsured.
Yes.
So the time of the show is, I think, very short. We have discussed a lot of, issues, and you especially touched legal aspects. Thank you very much, Willie, for coming here in my show. Thank you, Fayaz. Thank you, Ghulam Bhai.
thank you. I just want to tell everybody, let's be proactive. Yourself, or if you know somebody who's going to need, go and go and visit the attorneys and start preparing now rather than waiting till the last minute. That would be my request to the community.
That's good. So, viewers, we have discussed a lot about the executive orders issued by Mr. President Obama on 20th November. Different legal aspects have been touched by Mr. Willie, but there is a consensus that this executive order is going to have a far-reaching consequences on overall fabric of the society also. And also there are certain things which are still unfolded and which are folded by Mr. Willie. And there is also, this is a consensus that the South Asian community is going to benefit from this executive order. Thank you very much for watching this show. Within Farhash mein ijazat chahta hai. Allah nigeban.